Ladies and gentlemen, hey, it's Jesse from the original Fast and the Furious, and you're listening to Granny Shifting, the Fast and Furious podcast.
Welcome to Granny Shifting. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jason.
And this is minute 84 of Fast and Furious.
The fourth.
We're on the way to
Fast and Furious
Mexico.
movie. Yes, we are. And I'm back from Mexico.
Oh, yeah. How was your Mexico trip?
Oh, pretty good.
Yeah. Good. That's all I wanted to know.
All right. Now, we should start this minute with some drinks.
Oh,
Of course, in our Granny Shifting summer showdown glasses screening. So I was told if you're drinking bourbon
See the Granny Shifting logo on that?
or whiskey or scotch, the correct way to do it is to mix 25 to 50% water with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Who were
heard
you
of this?
told this by? I mean, I've heard it before of having whiskey and water.
It was a TikTok, but it was like an old video.
Okay.
Some like, what do you call it? Not well endowed, well established,
Okay.
proper looking gentleman
Oh, yeah.
talking about drinking.
He had like a
whiskey.
fine mustache and...
Yeah, and he said because when it's full strength, the alcohol covers up the flavors in it, and so you don't get to
okay.
appreciate all the
all that Evan Williams has to offer.
Yeah. So this is Evan Williams,
80 proof.
which is actually Kentucky's first distiller. So he's been around a while. It was 80 proof. Now it's 20.
Cheers.
You
You're supposed to
smell
shoot
it,
this? I did already. Check the legs, too.
sip it, slosh it around in your mouth a little.
It's warm. I feel like if you pour warm whiskey with an ice cube and wait,
Yeah,
then
similar
you have
effect.
cold whiskey, but it's still watered down.
But it is more pleasant this way.
It's definitely more potable.
And you can notice a lot more of the complexity of it.
How complex is Evan Williams?
Oh, it's oaky with notes of
Pine,
pine, and
birch, other woods,
and
brown sugar.
sorry,
I want to say maybe some cumin.
Cumin. Trying to think of spices right now. Oregano.
It's an Italian
and
whiskey.
Salt.
Oh yeah, on the rim.
I'll tell you what. In Mexico, I did so many shots of tequila. That sounds like a lot, but I did several a day,
Okay.
spaced out.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
pretty
it's 24
responsible.
hours.
There was
so-
not a moment in Mexico that I was drunk.
Really?
Yeah. But there were times that I felt a buzz. But you kind of spread, it's, easy going. You're not like,
Right.
woohoo, those were there with kids. So we drank at the pool. I drank a lot of pina coladas.
Right.
Then in
You
the
drank
evening-
just enough to be a good parent.
That's right.
Yeah.
I couldn't have, no one could call child and youth on me. No, but we would get shots, like a couple a night, throughout the night. And we'd always get them with lime and salt.
Oh.
But by the end of the week, my tongue was like sore
Right.
because like salt
All the acidity.
and the acid from the lime just felt like it was eating away. But I do taste normal now.
Okay.
Try me.
I'll pass this time.
All right. So in this
We should
minute,
do a taste test between Evan Williams and the $70 bottle Angel's Envy that I have. That's like the good whiskey.
Oh yeah, you got
and the
some of
bad whiskey.
that? Is
bad.
this really bad?
I mean, it's bottom shelf. It's
But
it's not
a
the
glass
worst.
bottle.
Yeah, it's $25 for
It's
a
not
handle.
Jack Quinn's.
No, do they make whiskey? They make it all. It's all the same thing, just in different
But
labels.
I guess I don't know my whiskey very well.
I mean, this is bottom shelf. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay. What's a big bottle like that cost?
$25, $27.
Huh. That's pretty good deal.
Yeah.
I think it's the best value whiskey you can get.
Oh, yeah. In my experience, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at the minute here.
So
Dom
pulls out Dom pulls out of the driveway, driving his Charger. This minute started, he's like revving it. And I'll say, it's not real impressive coming through your monitor speakers.
Yeah. With no bass.
Yeah, no bass, not a lot of complexity in the sound.
Oh, yeah. They should water it down.
Yeah.
They should put some water in.
Yeah. But you can tell he's just sitting in the driveway. Whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
What time of night is this?
It's late, I can tell.
It's super late.
Yeah.
His neighbors, at this point, they're like, Dom started his Charger.
Yeah, were the lights even on in his neighbor's house?
You figure a big enough engine like that, sticking out of your hood,
Lights
supercharger.
Lights out.
That car is probably so loud.
Be so annoying to live next to him.
There's
but
no
again, it
mufflers
hasn't
on
started in years, so.
Yeah. So, but Brian actually pulls out in the Subaru behind him. So Brian's driving the car he gave to Dom now, but he didn't drive it there. I'm almost positive he walked there because that car was parked there while Dom was working on his car.
Right.
And then it was like backed in too. So
yeah.
They're on the road now. They're leaving for Mexico, I guess.
And Mia's just standing there.
Yeah, she
watching her two favorite boys leaving.
She stands on the sidewalk and watches them drive off and then like turns and just stares off.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think she's thinking?
She's thinking, what am I going to do now? Who's going to pay for this house?
Will I see them again? That house is definitely paid for. Dom, that little house, they've been living there for 20 years now. Well, 10. And all that money they're making selling DVD players and stuff.
Yeah. I guess they never really caught him for that, did they?
Yeah, I guess not. He's been a fugitive ever since.
Yeah.
Now,
but we haven't
how
seen any of the other people.
If you own a house and you steal all this stuff, I guess they have to convict you first. They can't just come take your house, even if your sister's living there.
And Letty was just as involved as Dom. Right?
Yeah, and she's been around this whole time.
Right. So how did she?
She was there for all of it.
And
she robbed the trucks.
Because she's working for the FBI to clear her brother's slate. Said nothing about her own slate.
Yeah, what about her slate? Interesting.
Have you ever seen this type of sign? Caution. People running.
Do you know? I think. Okay, you guys got to pull up the live stream or our live record. What do you call it?
YouTube recording.
Yeah, YouTube or on Spotify. You can watch the video.
Yeah, true.
In this scene that we're paused on right now, Dom and Brian are driving down a desert highway road, and there's a sign on the side of the road, a caution sign, but it's showing. I think it's Mexican immigrants is what it's showing. Like caution. Watch out for immigrants. It's showing a male and a female adult silhouette pulling very quickly. They're like running. They're like moving forward, pulling a child behind them, and the child's like almost in the wind.
Right, right.
So it's a family of 3, and it says caution.
Yeah.
Like, not like a deer.
Yeah, and this is a desolate area. So it wouldn't be like, there's no crosswalks. It's not like watch out for people crossing the road.
But it's also somewhere you can see a mile in front of you.
Right.
Easily. Watch out for Mexicans crossing the road. That's what that sign is.
Because they're...
And it's huge. That's 3/4 the height of a telephone pole.
It's like a billboard.
It's a billboard.
Yeah. They are 3 miles from the Mexican border, we find out here.
Do you think that sign's real? Or they put that there?
I don't know.
All right. So the camera pans with them as they drive past. And now we see the new sign, like Ryan just pointed out. U.S.-Mexico border, 3 miles, end route.
What's the end route? That's like
route.
The end of the road. End of the road.
Is it
you
route
can't go any
route?
further. Route.
Route?
Route. Route 66. Route.
Is it both?
Yeah.
What's the difference? Where you're from?
Yeah. Route. Like if you use the tool that you take around wood to make the edges beveled or have a design, that's a router. No.
The rooter.
The roto-rooter? That's ROOTER.
Yeah, that's a router, but also has an R on the end.
Maybe
because you can't use that premise for many words.
Right.
Will change. Is it roots or ruts? We have a famous
Scott thinks it's the end of a bus route. he said it's the end of a bus
route.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't say bus route.
No, bus route.
But you say route when you're talking about like the way you're going to take, and a route when you're talking about the path something else takes.
Right.
I don't know. We have a flea market near us called roots. And if you're not from around here, people call it roots.
Right, because it's spelled with 2 O's.
Maybe it's en route.
But if you are going someplace and someone's like, "Are you here yet?" and you're like, "I'm en route."
I'm en route. Yeah, route, I think,
I'm
is
en route.
the way you're
en
going, and route is where somebody else is going.
Huh. Route is the road. Route is the traveling.
You can't even Google this because it's spelled the same way. What's the difference between
Route
and route? You know?
Yeah. All right. But anyways, the 2 cars fly by.
What do you think the road just ends?
I think it's just saying like you can't go any further unless you have your passport.
And
Passaporte.
route. Yeah, there's going to be like a checkpoint thing.
How many roads cross over from Mexico to United States?
I don't know. Google
the
that.
Border Patrol.
How many routes cross between? And it's weird that it says end route because it's not ending. It's just maybe it is the end of a bus route.
Cross between Mexico.
Oh, and Scott pointed out it's a bus pull-off spot.
That's what he thinks.
But there is gravel on the side there. Like you would pull off or turn around. And you're like, oh, I went the wrong way. We're 3 miles from the border.
There are 48 U.S.-Mexico border crossings. Man.
So I wonder which one this is.
Yeah.
If you can identify this and prove it to us, we'll send you a t-shirt.
So they left at night. It's daytime now. How long does it take? How long does it take to get from Los Angeles to Mexico?
4 hours. I did it.
24 hours by car.
Nuh-uh. No. That's not right.
I found this on the web.
Mexico City. Mexico border. Los Angeles to the Mexico border.
How far to get from Los Angeles to the border of Mexico?
What do we got?
Couldn't find any matches. Let's try Google. How long does it take to drive from Los Angeles to the Mexican border?
Here we go. I'm guessing 4 hours.
Around 3.5 to 4 hours.
Wow.
I did it. Oh, now we got we got a route.
So if it's daytime now, I mean, they're almost there. So it's daytime. And it's been 4 hours. That means that they left at the earliest or at the latest. I don't know, whichever one would say, 1 a.m., right? Like the sun is
Sun's
well up.
So 4 hours before
Like they
6
couldn't have
a.m.
left at 12.
I guess the sun could come up at 5.
So he's out there revving his charger
At 1 a.m.
at, one,
Man,
at the
that is
earliest
late
1
at the
a.m.
earliest.
Yeah.
But, okay. So they're driving, and they make a little stop here.
What a scenic spot, man. This should be the thumbnail for this minute.
What city are we looking down?
I might as well
there?
snag this now, right?
Yep. Screenshot that. So they park their cars on a gravel pull-off, maybe a bus stop. Who knows?
I feel like I've seen this in the "See You Again" music video.
Oh yeah.
Don't you think?
All the buildings, there's like a town below them. It doesn't look like a city to me. Oh, we can see all your documents here.
Don't look at them. They're private.
So it looks like a town, not a city though.
Right.
Pretty big, but there's no skyscrapers. Ryan's throwing rocks off the hill. Yeah, pause this. We need to talk about this. But it almost looks like a Mexican town to me. All the buildings are white.
Yeah. And single story.
Yeah.
I mean, by the looks of it.
There's no trees in Mexico, so they love their concrete.
Was there every Mexican town has to have a Catholic church.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
What's this?
This right here?
Looks like a Catholic church.
Yeah, it's got to be it.
So that could be it. So hopefully nobody's hiking this hill because Brian's just chucking rocks off. And Dom is standing here with his necklace, like the chain of his necklace wrapped around his hand and then the cross hanging across his knuckles, and he's gripping it in a fist in front of him. What do you think that's about?
So at some point, he decided that while I sit on my hood, I'm going to take this necklace off of my rear view window, wrap it around my hand, and just sit here. And Brian...
that was on his rear view window?
Yeah.
He wasn't wearing it.
Right. Brian doesn't even mention it.
You think he's praying or trying to summon good vibes from the good Lord?
It's just good vibes right here.
But he's tightly
Yeah.
clenching it, and it's wrapped. And it's just very, I don't know. I think the movie's trying to insinuate they're heading into some trouble. And
yeah.
he's hoping for good vibes.
I wonder if this city actually exists. Like, is this an actual, or they're like, like, somebody make a city in here that they're like,
Right.
not like a small city that they're
You're
overlooking.
filming a movie, and you're like, do we actually want to drive all our production equipment 4 hours out into the desert to get a shot like this?
Right.
Or do we do it over here, and then we just put a green screen behind them?
Right.
But right where Brian was throwing rocks comes a car
Like right there
up the hill.
with
And
a
it's
crack in the windshield.
No crack, but it is a Porsche.
Yeah.
Or Porsche if you're annoying and nobody likes to hang out with you.
Yeah.
It's a Carrera mid-engine, right? That's not a 911.
I don't know Porsches at all.
Pretty sure that is a Porsche Carrera.
Did you know who it was when the car was pulling up? Did you remember?
I figured because we haven't, like, why isn't Dom with Giselle now? Like, he
Right.
escaped with her, and where did he
But
let
she got her
go?
Porsche back.
Yeah, that's weird. So
Her Porsche was, last we saw it, was at the garage at Braga's bar.
okay, that was
Like-
in Mexico. No, it was before they shipped them to Mexico.
Yeah.
So she went back to Braga's bar and got her Porsche. And then, I mean, we know they're going to Mexico to get their revenge. So why are they summoning her?
Yeah. I mean, she's working both sides right now. You think that she went back to Braga and she's like, I escaped. Don't worry.
I got him.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, so
Her
her and Dom have a little moment.
Right.
Let's talk about this a little more, but let's explain what happens. She gets out of the car here, and Dom's like, I thought you weren't going to show up. And she says, you saved my life. I'm willing to return the favor. So they are looking for help from her, I guess.
Yeah.
There's no reason they should trust her. They shouldn't have saved her in the first place. She came after them. She knew the whole time they were coming.
She gave
For
him no
them.
warning. She had his number.
Yeah. And even on the phone call with him, Braga was there with her, and I don't know. She's been shady the whole time. But
Yeah.
now it's like they're in love.
Well, she's in love with him, I feel like.
You don't think Dom is with her in a Dom way?
I think he's just flirting.
Because he needs it.
Right.
All right.
I think so.
I'd flirt with her too.
Yeah.
If I don't want to say that.
If your wife was dead?
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it. That's what was. Sounds terrible.
Yeah. He's like, I'll dangle her along just in case I need a second option. You know?
That's right.
If I make it through this alive, I can always call on Giselle for a good time.
A date.
A handhold. A good time hand holding. Line dancing, maybe.
Yeah, line dancing.
Things they do. And
He doesn't seem like
LA.
much of a line dancer.
well, yeah, he doesn't seem
Is
much
he-
of a
Think he has?
EDM
Oh,
singer
Scott
either.
in our live stream chat says, what is the
Correct.
correct way to say Porsche? I think Porsche is technically correct, but you shouldn't correct people when they say Porsche, because Porsche is like a little bit like, I'm a stuck up. It's the correct way to say it.
Yeah.
Because it's probably like the Italian pronunciation of it.
Yeah. But like we say Lamborghini. Is there like a fancy way to say Lamborghini? It's like saying mozzarella or like
Lamborghini.
mozzarella.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
please don't.
So,
Like if you
Scott's
walk into a
shopping for
Porsche-
a 911 GTS 3. Sheesh.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything to me. Like I'm so unfamiliar with Porsches. I'm sure it's a good car.
The more like stuff after the 911, the more expensive it is.
Yeah. Isn't there like a R or something line that's like the
Yeah, probably.
like the ones that like
RTR.
go like beyond Porsche and they like look even like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, but they look really similar. And then it's like, there's a 911 that's like $1.5 million. It's like the GTR. I don't know.
GTS 3.
It might be the GTS 3.
What does a
Jeez, Scott.
Porsche 911 GTS 3 look like?
Let me do a top speed video for my YouTube channel once you get it. Yeah, we're looking up Scott's new Porsche. The nice thing about Porsche,
This is just says
Porsche
GT3.
is we have a dealer right here in Lancaster for maintenance and all that. That would make, like, that's the problem. That's why I don't have a Lamborghini or Ferrari. Like, who wants to go to Philly to get it worked on?
So there's a GT3 RS. I guess that's a rally sport. What's RS?
Rally GT3R.
I don't know.
But yeah, you can go to Auto House here in Lancaster. They'll hook you up and they can do all their maintenance and stuff and warranty stuff. So good to know. All right. Let's finish this minute. Oh,
We're
we
done.
did.
That's it.
So Giselle's willing to return the favor.
Yeah, I still don't think they've said her name at all.
No.
We just know it, but
And it doesn't show up in the credits. Sometimes they'll say, like, who's...
you sure?
No, not the credits. The subtitles.
Oh yeah,
Sometimes they say who's saying stuff.
Right,
And
yeah.
It doesn't. So, but we know because Ryan cheated and watched the movies in the future. So,
and that's the end of minute 84. Thanks for
Yep.
listening. I'm Ryan,
and I'm Jason.
and always remember,
Winning's winning.